And then let me share. Okay, so good afternoon again, everyone, evening. Everyone said that they were good. So what I wanted to do was hop onto Canvas really quickly, just I see. And hopefully you see the same. Hopefully that means you see the same thing. So as I mentioned on Monday, going through the syllabi and going through Canvas, remember to check your announcements each week, yes, but also modules. So here, week 1 is here, and as you see, it says Zoom class recording from Monday. So do you all see that on your side? Yeah. Under modules? Okay. So you'll be able to click on that and watch it. Again, I went on and uploaded on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about a Zoom password or anything. It's unlisted, so but you will be able to watch it. So if you need to, go back through. Again, Monday, we just simply went through the syllabus for the most part, class expectations, making sure that we're all communicating and things of that nature, yes? Okay, and just reminding you to check your announcements each week. Like I said, at least by Monday afternoon at the latest, check to see what's happening that week, yes? But you do know we are meeting next Monday and Wednesday in this space, okay? All right, let me hop over to something a little more kind of personal, really. And what we'll do here, give me 1 second. Let me move. Is it gonna allow it? Okay. Well, I don't need this portion. I just need this. Okay, great. All righty. So, mission. So Monday, I said to you all, we were going to discuss mission. And so partly because mission means so many different things, depending on the context and what you're referring to it in, yes? But the one thing that you all need to have as young people, creatives, is a mission, You need to have a personal mission, and you also need to understand the organizations in which you work in and their mission. Yes, okay. All righty, give me 1 second. Let me. All right. All right, so here is Howard University's mission. Here is the institution you all are students in. How many of you all have ever read the actual mission of Howard? Anyone else? I see two hands. Okay. Learn your institution beyond what you just see. Okay. Learn the values in which they're structurally sound by. This is the mission. This is it. Someone want to read it for us? Okay.
Culturally diverse, comprehensive, research-intensive, and historically Black private university provides educational series of exceptional quality and graduate professional and organization with particular emphasis on educational opportunities for Black students. Moreover, the university is dedicated to attracting and sustaining a cadre of faculty who are, through their teaching, research, and service, committed to the development of distinguished, historically aware, and passionate graduates, and to the discovery of solutions to the problems of the United States and throughout the world. With an abiding interest in both domestic and international affairs, the university is committed to continuing to produce leaders for America and the global community.
A lot. A mouthful. Yes, this is what you signed up for. Beyond your individual programs that you are enrolled in, that you apply to, audition for, interviewed for, This framework here is what you've signed up for. This is sort of your syllabus agreement before you receive a syllabus. This is it. This is it. And as she read aloud, you see that you're also committed beyond your 4 or 5 years. It's talking about alumni as well. It doesn't say the word, but it's talking about producing leaders for America and the global community. That doesn't stop her getting your degree. So you're still attached to this after you've left. When you rep your Howard gear and you're yelling across the parking lot, HU, and someone responds proudly, you know, this is what you're saying HU, you know, to the mission. Okay. So I don't, I'm gonna spend up too much more time on it because I have a couple of more slides and we're gonna kind of tunnel all the way down to you personally. But go back and over the weekend, because you don't have any homework this week. So over the weekend, just take a line or phrase or highlight keywords that stand out to you. What stands out to you? Maybe it's something that attracted you here. Maybe it was the fact that it is a historically Black private university that may have what attracted you here. The educational experience you wanted to have attracted you here possibly, right? What got you in already having a high academic standing or the potential to rise to that got you into the institution. Yeah. But the understanding of their dedication, not only to you, but to the faculty who are teaching you, right? Their commitment to the development of distinguished and being historically aware, the compassionate graduates, and to the discovery of solutions to human problems. How is what you're studying now a potential solution or a solution now to human problems in these United States and broadly, yeah? So just think about that, how, right? Okay, so next slide is more so about Howard University core values. Core values. Their first two says excellence, leadership, service, and truth. We hear about truth and service probably more. Not that we don't hear about excellence and leadership, but even faculty and staff in particular, some of their signatures will close out truth and service. Dr. So-and-so, director of blah, 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 blah. So we really tunnel in on those two. But we cannot forget the excellence and leadership. And how do those 4 core values in particular, in that very first line, apply to your own life? Apply to how you choose to get up, what you choose to put your hands to, what you choose to put your mouth towards, how you choose to advocate towards, etc. Yes? It goes on to say Howard's aim is to forward the development of scholars and professionals who drive change. Again, going back to the mission, solutions for human problems, who drive change and engage in scholarship that provides solutions to contemporary global problems, particularly ones impacting the African diaspora. Okay, all right, which is bigger than your immediate family. Yeah, so, talk to your peers about their experience in the African. We have a wonderful student here that you can speak with beyond these United States about the African diaspora. She's like, oh, me? Yes, you. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay, so think about that. What does that look like? Yes. Okay. All right. Moving on a little further into this college in particular, right? So it just it's like this huge umbrella and it just keeps coming down to the handle that you're holding, yes? The Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts. This is our mission vision in particular statement. The Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts is a creative academic environment, a space for collaboration among faculty, students, and staff, with comprehensive contemporary curricula, robust programs, and professional affiliations focused for the education, training, and development of artists who are scholars, teachers, and aesthetic cultural activists. So that brings it all the way down into, this is from the mission, how we as a college are saying, this is the way in which we're responding to it. Okay, that activist cultural act, the aesthetic cultural activist is responding to the human problems, is driving change, is operating in excellence and leadership, in service, and in truth, right? Yeah. So just, again, how does this play a part into your personal being, your personal creative self? And how does it tie into the mission and values we just read about the university as a whole? Yes? All right, any questions, any thoughts? All right. Moving forward, I'm gonna click on this link here for Department of Theater Arts. All right, this takes you right to our website, our mission, our vision, our department philosophy. And then let me bring it down here for our mission and vision. I'll read our mission statement first. Our university's Department of Theater Arts is dedicated to the continued growth and development of the African diasporic experience through the study and practice of theater arts. So you're seeing some of these common same words, terms being used throughout each phase. Yes. So it's not just the growth and development or experience of the, it's the growth and development of the African diaspora's experience through your, what we just read, robust programming, contemporary curricula. That's the study of, yes, and practice. Employing research, experimentation, production, performance, and the education of emerging professionals, we nurture holistic, multi-hyphenate, collaborative, interdisciplinary dramatic arts creatives prepared to pioneer and lead aesthetic cultural activism on the national and global stages. Again, a mouthful, but all tying into what we just looked at. Yes. So again, most of you are tied to this department in particular, being majors and minors. How does this impact you, and what does this mean to you? What is your commitment to yourself that lies in this mission? What is it that you're going to work on and chew on a little bit more? Maybe this year is maybe nurturing your holistic self. Maybe those that have a major and a minor, it's the multi-hyphenate phase. How can I collaborate with someone else in another department or school or college? It's the interdisciplinary. So not just not just music and art or art and theater, but the inter. It's sciences, it's philosophy, it's social sciences, it's medicine. Okay. Driving change, solving human solutions. Here we are, pioneering and leading. Yes. All right. The vision statement is that the department will be a hub for the Black dramatic narrative intelligence and a haven for Black dramatic narrative legacy. Okay. And a permissive training ground for the professional Black dramatic narrative imagination. Yes. So those buzzwords and bolden words ought to speak to how you help to create a space and atmosphere for that very thing. What will be your legacy that you leave behind that helps you do that? We talked Monday in particular, about our season and the opening production of Rhyme Deferred, that legacy of that production living on through Camilla Forbes, living on through Chadwick A. Boseman, students of such caliber who created that. And now it's being remounted back here where it first started. Yeah, okay. All right. Other things you can read about as the philosophy and objectives, the things that we say we as a department are here to do for the students, through peer and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, yes, yes. Further tunneling down into this discussion is that of the arts administration program as a whole. Yeah. So what the program expectations are and the ideal student. Again, this information is found on the first 2 pages of your syllabus. Yeah, this is what it is that you have to be looking for, and how do these attributes, how do these characteristics fall in line and align to the very cores and values and missions and things that we just read. Yes? Okay. Any questions so far? Any thoughts? Yeah? Okay. We're going to move on to an article here. I'm going to read parts of it. We're going to discuss some of it, and then it's going to be a task for you to do. So this is through Berkeley Wellbeing Institute. And as I mentioned to you all earlier, the reason we kind of tunneled through that is now for you to think about your own personal mission, your own personal core values. Yeah. All right. So what is a personal mission statement and why is it important? All right. They say a personal mission statement can be defined as a written declaration clarifying our unique direction or purpose. It's often just one sentence. Sometimes it can be a little longer. As long as the statement makes it clear, not just what you intend to do in this world, but how you intend to do it, then you're on the right track to creating a useful personal mission statement. So usually 1 or 2 sentences explaining what you intend to do and how you're going to do it. Yes. No different really than the organizations we just read, just not as long. Yes. Or even some of the retail stores or companies you may frequently shop at. They all have a mission statement. And then they all will have some sort of core values or some sort of slogan that aligns to that. So you all may be more familiar with some of their slogans than you are their mission statement, but they do exist for these companies. And if you look up larger companies like Amazon, like Walmart, like Nike, if you look at them up right now on your computer, you will see what that is. You may know Nike for just do it, but they have a mission statement. Yeah. It's something that drives that organization. Yeah. And so personally, you need that for you. Okay. So it says here, many businesses have mission statements, but we are not our business. You're aligning, it's like you're not Howard specifically. You're a Howard student, you'll be a future alum, etc. Yes, but you don't do all of the things that the operations does. How do you still align to that, right? We have our own unique values, purpose, and desired direction. We too can benefit from having a mission statement, something that gives us clarity about how we want to move forward. It can serve as somewhat of a map, preventing us from getting lost and making sure we do the things that really matter to us, the things that ultimately lead to personal fulfillment and well-being. Yeah. Okay. So one of the things, especially with nonprofits in particular, we will tell those individuals or companies who are starting their business is your mission statement is your framework of telling folks what you do and therefore what you don't. That's exactly what your personal mission statement will do as well. Yeah. All right. What is a personal mission statement for? We kind of really went through that, but it just talks about, that companies might, it says decide on the types of companies that might like to work for, highlight personal values or beliefs that might affect their experience in the workplace environment. It goes on to focus on your truth, your goals, your values, and not be unnecessarily restricted by focusing only on the job and career. So don't be restricted on your classes, on your scheme. What is it that you say you want to do out in the world? Yes, that may include certain things that you haven't done yet because of grad schools or things you want to do because of other certifications, but you want to put that out there. Yes? Okay. Yes. Yes. No. Mission statements should change. They must change. If they don't shift, what ends up happening is that organization stays still. Yeah. Now there are organizations who, you know, again, because your services may expand. So again, you as an individual, your bandwidth may expand, that you could do more. Your focus will shift. Maybe you've actually accomplished that goal. Maybe you've passed that on and you want to do other things. So it should change. It shouldn't change too often to where you can't actually get to what it is that you say you want to do. But it definitely should shift based on what's happening in your world and your space. Yes? Okay. So here are a few questions to ask yourself to explore your mission. And this is where some of the stuff we're going to get into, and then there's a little thing at the very end. I'll give you some time to do as well. Oh, these ads, get out of here. Okay, so number one, what impact do you want to have in the world? Or what problem, here we go, what problem do you want to solve? What change, here we go, driving change, do you want to make? All of that right in line to Howard University's mission. All of that right in line to CABCoFA's vision statement. Okay, what impact do you want to have in the world? Here we go with that word of legacy, right? Department's vision. Okay, number two, how do you want to make an impact? So not only what impact you want to have, but how do you want to make an impact? We know it should be positive, yes, but consider what activities would you want to engage in to have this impact? What skills do you need? How do you want to spend your day to day? Number three, who do you want to have an impact on? Who do you want to help? What group of people will benefit from your mission? Okay, so maybe yes, it's the African diaspora, but is it young people? What age group? Is it women? What age group? Yeah. Okay. What makes you feel most alive? Or what gets you excited? Or what activities lead you to get into a state of flow? Or what do you enjoy so much that you forget to eat or use the bathroom? Yeah. So the what, the how, the who, and then back to the what, right? Now, this article goes into giving you some tips on how to get there. It says begin with the end, probably meaning begin with number 4. What makes you feel most alive? Start there. Start there with what makes, because then even when that thing gets tough, because you love it so much, you continue to press forward. Yes. Another useful strategy is to think about the end of your life and what you hope to have accomplished. Then work backwards. Some suggest that we might imagine attending our own funeral. You gotta go that dark necessarily, but the point is, if someone's reading your biography, so to speak, in the program, and someone's giving your eulogy, what is it that they're saying about you? What is it that they're saying about you? Yeah. All right. So then it goes on into how do you gain more clarity on your personal mission. It says, here gives you an example of one. It says, this one says to help people build life skills by developing online programs, tools, and content. It says, technically this is correct, but this mission statement led me towards getting a bunch of jobs that were only mildly fulfilling. I'm like, yeah, okay, I did that, but So again, you gotta just get tighter with what it is that you want, okay? It says, what am I missing? Maybe missing certain values. It lists here different values. An example of some of the top values may be freedom, creativity, and kindness, okay? We just went through Howard's main 4 of excellence and leadership, truth, and service. What are yours? Yeah. And then it says here, identifying some goals will help you. The 1 to 3 year, the 5 to 10, the 20. Right. There's a video here of TED Talk of a gentleman that you could listen to later if you want to kind of hear a little bit more, talking a little bit deeper dive in regards to the personal and professional, mission statements. All right. And so personal mission statement template, they're saying to do what action for what group of people to have this type of impact with blah, blah, blah. Yes. So they said an example might be to create content for internet users to help them increase their well-being more easily and effectively. Again, it's a lot in that one sentence, yes, but it doesn't have to be so heavy. Something that's attainable, that also pushes you towards your goals. All right. You go further down, it gives you a little bit more tips, and there's another video and to help you create a powerful mission statement for your life. Right. And if you keep coming down, there's this activity that helps you write your personal mission statement. And you're able to kind of fill in this box, these boxes here, and kind of help yourself. Yeah. So any thoughts, any questions? How are you all feeling? Feeling good? Okay. So we're going to take the next couple of minutes for you. I'm actually put this back up. I didn't mean to bring this down. For you to think about this. I'm just kind of go to the end where those boxes were. That'll help you with some questions. Right? Here's the template. Yeah. To do what? Blah, 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 blah. You may not be ready to use this template yet. Maybe you're going back to, hold on one second. Let me also do this. And I'll kind of flip back and forth in case anyone needs it. But maybe you're going back to the 4 questions. Did I pass the 4 questions? I feel like I did pass the 4 questions. Scrolling too fast. Here we go. Maybe these 4 questions is where you need to start, right? Before you can get to this point in place. Maybe you're going back to something else on the slide here in regards to the vision of the college to help you pull out different things that say, yeah, how can I go beyond the beautiful voice I have, go beyond the works of my hands, go beyond the mind and become this aesthetic cultural activist? What do I stand for? What do I allow my art to speak for? How do I allow my art to heal? What bothers me? What bugs me? What could I fight to solve if money was not an issue, time and space was not an issue, distance was not an issue? What would I put my voice towards if I felt that it had the power of whomever you think may have more power than you, may have more influence than you? If I had this voice, if I was this person and had that particular mic or time in front of a camera, I would speak out on, I would speak out for, I would bring justice towards. What would that be? What would that be? Yeah. So you're not dead. You're still living. What is your mission? When people see you, what do they think about? Yes. So how and why we're even starting here is because in the arts as creatives, you have to know why you're doing a thing. Now, yes, sometimes it's because I got a bill to pay. And this world is not free. I got a mortgage, I got rent, I got utilities, I have car note, I have daycare, I have whatever. But all money that's green ain't good money. Yes. So so gotta put, I'm not saying, be broke. What I'm saying is put that money to the side, put that thought of money to the side for a second. And what is it that you're saying? What is it that you believe in? What is it that you want to do? Thinking about logistics and production and being behind the scenes, what does that mean to help someone else birth their vision? To help this playwright get to that play festival, to help this cinematographer get to the film festival? What does that look like? What does that mean? Because it's a part of your mission. The type of work you will and will not do because it's your mission. And that goes back to your question of, does it change? Yeah. There are artists who are like, nope, Can't do that script, a little too much custom for me. Nope, not really good with that content, can't do it. Nope, kind of like to stick to the facts, and that's a little bit more fluff than I want to. That changes. You may initially come out popping, doing everything because you feel like you need to and have to, you're trying to grind and show yourself. Then at some point you go, I can actually say no. And so when you can say no, what does that mean? Why? Why are you saying no? It ties back down to your mission. You have a mission, you just haven't written it down. You don't know what it is. Or you do know what it is, you just haven't put it on paper to help gird you, to help guide you and frame that up. Yes? So that's why we've started here, because that's where you're going to start when you decide to say yes, you're going to help someone, because you're saying yes to the mission of the project. You're saying yes to their personal mission. I know this person, they're a good person. And think about it, as soon as a teacher said you can pick a partner, you start thinking about who does good work, who's timely, that's part of that person's core. You can think, if I told you to think about someone that you could do, if you had to do a 10-page paper with, you would automatically say, I know who I'm gonna go to. So I know I've worked with them before, they've been on time, they did their share of the work. You're not going to the slacker. You're not going to the person who hasn't shown up at class. You're not going to, so even when you don't voice your mission, you display your mission. You display your core values. You breathe that out to the very people you know and don't know, because you're always in audition and interview mode. The very people you see in these halls are the very people you will see in other halls. I promise you. I promise you. You will see them and they will be hiring you, or you will be hiring them, or not, based on what you've experienced in these 4 years. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, so this is why we started here. It's from a more of a personal standpoint, yes, but I need you to think about that, because that drives everything else you do. It drives everything else you do. Yes? Any questions? Any thoughts? Okay. All right, so take the time. I'm going to stop sharing for those who are online. You can take your time to go back into the module to pull up any of these links that you may need, and we'll discuss more throughout the semester. All right, thank you.